Ho! It's Tuesday, the 9th of November, 1993. It's the Big Breakfast once again on Channel 4.
And I'm Kim Wilde, standing in for Gabby Roslin.
She's here for day 2. She's doing a fantastic job. Today on the show, as well as Kim Wilde, we have the wild man of soul, Lenny Henry, singing. Oliver Stone and James Belushi talk about their TV show, Wild Palms, and more wild things with Zig and Zag when they meet the footballer, the ace footballer, Les Ferdinand.
Yes, you could win a week's skiing holiday in St Anton in our competition at the Peak. Richard Bryars is on the bed with Paula, and I'll be talking to the real Colonel Mustard.
It's all coming up, and other stuff on the show between now and 9. But today it's a foggy day here at the Big Breakfast. Come on, Kim. Breathe. There you are. And not only did we all get completely lost on the way here, but everyone's been getting lost in the mist around the house all morning, which means there could be chaos today, so stay tuned. Val, the floor manager, for example, is somewhere out on the towpath. There he is, wandering around, not a clue where he is. And the last time I saw Toby, the assistant floor manager, he was stumbling around the front garden. He's still stumbling around the front garden. It's too foggy here. And our trusty #1 cameraman, only joking, John, Sean, who knows the house like the back of his hand, honestly it's true, should have been doing this shot, in fact, the shot that you're looking at, but he's completely lost somewhere else. Where are you, Sean? Hang on a minute. Look, there's no fog round here. And what are these pillows doing on the floor?
No.
How many pillows?
No.
You're pathetic, you are, Sean. What's next, Kim?
Well, I don't know.
Is it the news, do you think?
Oh, it might be the news with Peter Smith.
That's right, yes.
You're on.
What?
You're on, it's you. Cute.
We were just discussing whether we were on or not, thanks Peter.
Well,
And
glad I
apparently,
clarified.
viewers, we are on. And we were just preparing a very funny joke for you, so honestly that was the reason we weren't concentrating. It's 7:05 now, and time for the show. So, morning to the girls, morning girls. And morning to the boys, morning boys. Morning. It's good that we got a cue from the floor staff though, isn't it? Right, yes, so, on with the show. As I say, birthdays, happy birthday to Catherine Hepburn, there she is, star of The African Queen, 84 today, still going strong. Well done, Cathy girl. Happy birthday to Pepper, who is from?
From Salt and Pepper.
That's right, and how old is she, Kim, do you know?
She's 24.
You're cheating, you're
I'm
looking.
allowed to show.
You're script. Happy birthday to Andy Kershaw, who says here, famous for being Liz Kershaw's brother. It used to be the other way around, but now suddenly it is that way around, Andy, if you're watching, and you're 34 years old today. And there he is, the Incredible Hulk. Lou Ferrigno is 42 years old today. Do you remember Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk? Yes. Well, somebody here remembers him with fond affection and has got a special tribute to him, actually, and it's Jonathan, who bears an uncanny resemblance to Lou, that's what he says.
Don't make me angry, you like one of them.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan, you know what they say about monsters, don't you?
It's better to...
Yes, all right then. Sorry, private joke, viewers.
And if it's your birthday today, call us now phone us on 081 985 1111. Fax us on 081 985 1111.
The mystique of television revealed as he gets undressed. It's a life jacket, but remember, don't inflate them before leaving the plane. Now, what else is coming up on the show? We go to page 6 now. And on today's show, the automatic toilet seat on Invention Corner. There it is, you see. Isn't it lovely to hear that on a Tuesday? Zig and Zag kick a few balls around with Les Ferdinand. And Paula will be asking Richard Bryars about Felicity Kendall's body.
Plus, Oliver Stone and James Belushi talk about their new TV series, Wild Palms.
And can we just say how lovely Kim looks today? We can. What a lovely top that is. Great. She's plain, but hey, you can't buy style, you can only buy fashion. And Kim's got style. It's 7:07 now, and time on the Tuesday, the second day for the family, to meet the family!
Good morning.
And here they are, the Kenny family from Norris Green in Liverpool. I'm here with Joe, the dad of the family of the week, and he's about to tell me a little bit more about being a Mormon.
Got up in the middle of the night, I think I was just a bit uncomfortable, and stood around for a bit, and thought, oh gosh, I'm in labour.
Which can you talk?
The Mormon missionaries came around and they invited them in our home, and we spoke about the discussions that they give.
And they convinced you how?
Well, it was the family values that they teach.
Joe, I'm having a baby now, Joe. Now, Joe. Now. But he said no. I'll go for the change.
I know there's any tea and coffee on the table. Is there any reason for that?
Yes.
What's that?
Breakfast television can't afford to pay for.
No.
We talked about looking after your body. Well, I've got problems with mine at the moment and it's way too late.
You're gorgeous, shut up. So isn't that romantic? You're going to have your honeymoon, you're going to get your ring, you're going to get everything. Oh no. And it's a really big welcome to this week's family, the Kennys from Liverpool. Hi there. Anyway, Christine, at the end of that video we saw Joe presenting you with an engagement ring. Wasn't that romantic? Let's have a closer look. Quick closer look at Christine's engagement ring. Oh, it's so beautiful and you're so romantic to that after all these years.
Yeah, going back next Monday, that.
Oh dear. Anyway, let's talk about this musical family of yours. Now you're quite musical and between you play the flute, the keyboards and the trumpet. But Daniel, you're the one in the family that has a really musical ear, don't you?
That's right.
So, what do you play?
I can play a tune, Bar Bar Black Sheep.
But what do you play it on?
The ear.
You play it on the ear?
Yes.
On your ears?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and how did you discover that you could do this?
I was leaning against my ear and
Yes.
it made a funny squeak.
It made a funny squeak. So, can you make noises from any other parts of your body, Daniel?
No, unfortunately not.
And does anybody else have this talent in the family?
They not.
No?
No.
Not you?
Well, occasionally Elizabeth does, doesn't he?
Okay, let's do a tune, Kristen. Little tune. Tune. Wow! And what was that tune supposed to be?
It's supposed to be Bar Bar Black Sheep.
It was very good. Very good. Well, that was very good. Anyway, now it is 7:10 and more Dick Dastardly and Fender Bender 500.
Manor Wood in Middlesbrough, who is 43. Happy birthday, Joe. Happy birthday! And she's getting this message for her birthday, and that's about it. That's from Andrew Barsfield. Thank you. If you were in the dip and you didn't get pulled out, maybe next year. But will we be here next year? That's the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah. We certainly hope so. Right, time for today's question of the day now. Thank you, Ronnie. Now, today's question of the day. The organisers of a Spot the Ball competition in Clonmel in Ireland forgot to take the ball out of the picture. Oh, no. Yes, it's true. But still, hundreds of people who entered got the wrong position. No. So our question of the day is... Question of the day! Thank you, Ted. What's the most idiotic mistake you've ever made? And I believe that Ms. Wilde has one.
Well, I used to be a barmaid when I was at art college, and I charged this very heavy sort of leather girl 480 quid for a £4.80 round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was quite idiotic, wasn't it?
It was.
Was she pleased?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, blimey.
And she scared me. And anyway, the telephone number, 081 985 1111. Fax us on 081 985 7272. What's the most idiotic mistake you've ever made?
Okay, now if that leather-clad girl is watching, you just leave him alone, otherwise you'll have me to coot with. Okay, we have a question about the clip now.
And the question of the quip. The quip.
The quip of the
Hello. Name this comedian, and remember, don't phone it, it's just for fun.
Well, I didn't apply for this. Some nosy park have been interfering.
I applied for it.
Oh, you did? Oh. Oh, thank you very much, Mabel. But I say £75 a year. It's ridiculous. Do they know who they're writing to?
They can't do, or they wouldn't have offered so much.
Yeah. Well, allow me to inform you that at St. Michael's I got £80 a year and they threw my laundry in.
Benjamin Twist, either you apply for that job or you don't sleep here tonight.
And the question about the clip was, name that comedian, and it was Will Hay, and that was a clip from Convict 99, vintage British comedy on Channel 4 today at 2 p.m.
Now look, Kim always gets the shakes till about 7:30. After that, she's fine. All right, then that's all we want to say. We don't know why. It's just a fact of life, isn't it, Kim?
Yes.
By the end of the yesterday show, she's like this. Hi guys, how are you? But just do this. Okay, time to play the washing line game now. Whose washing line is it anyway? Well, all week we're giving away this fantastic CD player, which also acts as a projector because you can show photographs on it. Yes, it's true. If you didn't see it yesterday, I can show it to you again now. I just put it on Channel 4, because Channel 4... Oh, there it is, there's Sean. And you can put lots of pictures on this, because... oh, there's another one of Sean. And what else have we got? Picture number 3 today. Oh, by the way, it's Sean. So if you want to win that thing without the Sean stuff, you can put your photographs onto CD. All you got to do is play our washing line game.
And telephone us on 0891 333311, and calls should cost no more than 25p.
That's right, you've got to guess whose washing line is it anyway. Still to come, we've got Zig and Zag. They're meeting top footballer Les Ferdinand in the bathroom. But now...
I don't know.
Look, you do. You know you do. Come on, think. No, don't look.
Oh, I think it's the news of Peter.
Yay!
Okay, thanks, Peter. And here, he'll be back with the news and the weather in about 20 minutes. And now the question of the day is... What is the most idiotic mistake you've ever made? So, Christine, what's the most idiotic thing you've ever done?
When the clocks went back, a couple of weeks back,
yes.
I actually put them forward. So all the family got up at about 6:30.
Great, and the silliest thing I've done is wash my contact lenses in fairy liquid, and that's from Jack Dobson in Hull. Yeah, nice. But now it's to the bathroom for the crunch of Zig and Zag.
It'll Never Work brings you world-shattering inventions. Inventions like Thomas Crapper's Victorian toilet system. But, Mr. Crapper, eat your heart out, because we take toilet technology one step further.
It's 7:40. Welcome back to the Big Breakfast. Is that mine, John? Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. The question about the clip was, who invented the Victorian toilet systems? And the answer is Thomas Crapper. And that's, it's true. It is true, honestly. And that was a clip from a brilliant new show called It'll Never Work. Starts today on BBC One at 4:35. And talking of toilets, we take toilet technology two stages further in Invention Corner. Invention Corner. Invention Corner. Coming up, girls, you will love that invention, I promise you. Stay around for that.
Okay, and still to come, Richard Bryars has a good life when he gets on the bed with Paula. And in the next 20 minutes, James Belushi and the McLaren Formula One story in Snap, Cackle and Pop. But now, at 7:41, it's time to go to Peter Smith for the Big Breakfast News and the weather.
On the Tropic of Cancer, did you?
Well, no, not quite.
Just
But everywhere in Britain, my dear boy.
Okay, just a bit of a generalisation there. Just get me on back for earlier. If you didn't see it, never mind. It's 18 minutes to 8. Time for today's question of the day. Thanks, Ted. Kim accompanying there. And today's question of the day is, what's the most idiotic thing you've ever done? And Stan Zalix, what a name, from Chingford, says the most idiotic thing he's ever done is, as the father of the bride, I proposed a toast to Marilyn and Barry. But Barry was her last boyfriend. Oh! She just married Rob. What a nightmare.
He's a Bedford from Abergavenny. He says the most idiotic thing I've done was when my wife asked me to buy pet mints, and I bought £5 of mint imperials.
Good one. Give us a call. 08198 111 or fax us.
Fax us on 081 985 2222.
Hey, we'd love to hear from you. And now, look, it's 7:43. Time rolls on, and so does the show. It's time to shout out for the first time today on this misty morning. Where are you, kids?
Of the Kenny family, Joanne, Lizzie, and Christine. So, Christine, here she is. What's it like being the youngest in the family? How old are you, by the way?
8.
8. And what's it like being the youngest in the family?
Horrible.
It's horrible. Why'd you get? Why'd you get bossed about a lot?
Yeah.
And is it right that you all share the same bedroom?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah. Nightmare! So what happens on the walls? You know, I mean, you get, take that. Yeah! Yeah! And you get Mickey Mouse. So, I mean, like, you know, what happens to the, you know, competing on the space on the walls with the pop stars?
We'll all take that one, so it's okay.
Yeah! So, and you all get along quite well?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's all fine?
No. I don't really get along with her, but I get along with her.
Why don't you get along with Christine?
She's just a horror.
Oh, that's not fair. So what about your brothers? I mean, they're real horrors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Danny and John.
Yeah, I get along with them, but like, they can be a bit difficult.
Yeah, especially that John, right? You know, the Kellogg cornflakes flicker. Anyway, so we're going to, yesterday your dad actually told us about you belonging to the Mormon church. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So Joanne, have you all been baptised into the Mormon religion?
Yeah, we have when we were 8.
And that's the most common age, is it?
Yeah.
Why 8 years old is what's happened to him?
You're supposed... You can...
responsible for your sins.
Yeah, you're responsible for your sins at 8 years old. I'm not responsible for mine, and I'm 33. So do you like being Mormons?
Yeah. Yeah. I can never take them down, but it's okay. Yeah.
And who baptised you?
My dad baptised also, I think. Yeah.
So your dad actually baptised you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So when you all get older, you want to become missionaries? Is that right?
We're thinking about it.
My dad, our daddy's definitely going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you do if you became a missionary? What happens then?
Like, yeah, you preach the gospel in the country, like, sort of thing.
For 2 years, and you split from your family, and you have no contact.
Except by letters.
You have no contact with your family at all?
No,
except by
except
letters.
for by letters, you can contact them by letters.
I see. Okay, well, thanks so much, Yul. Thanks for talking to me about your faith. And now it's time for the latest TV news in Snap, Crackle and Pop.
Snap, Crackle, Pop.
TV news, all about the music programmes at the end. And do you know the Deaf 2 stuff? Did you see the programme on Sunday when we had our election day?
I was asleep then, I think. Oh, I was in Tesco's. Yeah,
All right, well, it was on Bite Back, and they did a report on the BBC's Bite Back programme on Deaf 2.
Yeah.
And they said that 14% of the people it was aimed at watched the programme, which are 14 to 25-year-olds, right? But that was equalled by over 65s. 14% of over 65s watch Deaf 2.
Dance Energy.
Yeah, they watch Dance Energy in Normsky. That must be brilliant. If that's one of your grandmas, then let us know. We want her on this show. I want to go out with her on a Saturday night. All righty. It's 7:56, still to come.
And still to come today, the world Cluedo champ, and his real name is Colonel Mustard.
No.
And win a skiing holiday for 2 in our competition at the peak.
And in just 3 minutes from now, find out what the crew really want to do for a living. But remember, we've got to go, because if we don't go, we can't come back. And the Terrible Three are here, the Trouble Threesome. I'm Chris Evans on this Tuesday, the 9th of November, 1993.
And I'm Kim Wells, standing in for Gabby Wilson while she's on holiday.
And I'm Polly Yates, and later on I'm going to be talking to gorgeous Richard Bryars about Felicity Kendall's bottom.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to be outside yet again, that's why I'm wearing this, with the plant doctor, and he's going to be showing me his bulbs.
Pardon?
His bulbs.
That's good. All right, I'll be relaxing in a £5,000 flotation tank, and you could win a skiing holiday in At Their Peak.
Yes, I meet the real Colonel Mustard and Zig and Zag go TV shopping.
That's right. Now, Kim, I've got a note for you here from the producer. Because you've made a smooth transmission from top...
Transmission.
What?
Transition.
Well, it's to do with broadcasting, so I thought I'd sort of change it. From top pop star to a top TV presenter. She's a top TV presenter now after just 2 days. And you've given our crew ideas about their career changes as well. You've rocked the boat, Kim, to be quite honest. Yeah, some are even talking about leaving here for greener pastures elsewhere.
Why not?
No, you can't say that. I've got to keep them here. But look, let's take a look at who's around the house this morning and what they're thinking of doing.
I want to be a cowboy.
I want to be a shallow girl.
I want to be Hulk Hogan.
I want to be Naomi Campbell.
I want to be a cameraman.
He's a cameraman. Sean! You are a cameraman, mate.
Yes, I am, Chris. But that's because I am, and I like it.
You believe? You believe that line, did you, completely? Okay. You'll never know what the joke was, viewers. But here's the news now and the weather with Peter.
I giggled because I got the time wrong.
Oh, no! It's nice when you can giggle at that, though, isn't it? It's 8:05. It's the 9th of November, 1993. It's the Big Breakfast here on Channel 4. Viewers, thanks once again for joining us. Here we have the first standing lady of television. Yes? Kim Wilde is with us all week. Kim Wilde is here now. Let's have a look at the paper, shall we? And once again, as you hear in the news, the Diana photo story is dominating all the front pages. The Sun says, Di bans sneaky mirror photos. Oh, yes, they do. And also tells us about the mirror advertisers who are considering pulling out of advertising with the newspaper at their disgust. The RAC are thinking about pulling out, Autoglass are thinking about pulling out, and the Britannia Building Society all thinking about pulling their advertising. Then if you go inside, it tells us that Reebok, whose trainers Di was wearing in the photographs, do not want to cash in on this at all. They don't want to be associated with it, so well done, Reebok. They're not going to exploit the photographs for advertising. And then the Sun points out the people who are involved with the Mirror, who are also disgusted with the Mirror. The former editor of the Mirror, Roy Greenslade, says boycotts the paper paper that he loves. Anne Diamond, who's a columnist for the paper, said it was a gross intrusion. It's all happening in the Daily Mail. Diana fights for damages. She's going to fight to the end for over £1 million for the damages. And then the Mail has this photograph here, this cartoon rather. This is a meeting at the Daily Mirror, supposedly a meeting yesterday. And Robert Maxwell's ghost appears and says, "What are you idiots trying to do? Ruin the paper's reputation?" Okay, in the Daily Mirror itself, and boy oh boy are they ruining the day that they printed those photographs, in my opinion. Diana puts the boot in. And here we have another photograph of Diana. And now, of course, they're not allowed to print anymore because she's got an injunction on the photographs. This isn't Diana. This is a lookalike. Yeah, so they've gone another step further. They just won't learn their lesson, will they? Because they say here, halfway down their editorial, before yesterday's court hearing, the Daily Mirror, on hearing of Di's distress, had already agreed not to publish any more photos. So the Daily Mirror are trying to make out from that sentence, this is what I gleaned, that they care about her feelings, yeah? Yeah? Because they heard about her distress, so they don't want to print any more photos. So they get a look in, they get a stand in, all right? And then, if they don't want to hear about her distress, then why did they print this then? This headline, "Work out with Diana." And why did they print this? "Win her gym kit," if they don't want to hurt her distress. They just won't learn, will they? That's another 500,000 in the lawsuit, I should imagine. And the Today newspaper says it's trash. The Daily Mirror, this is. But in fact, it's not the Today newspaper that say this. This is the wife of the chairman of Mirror Group newspapers. The Today newspaper yesterday asked this lady whether or not she'd read the Daily Mirror yesterday. She said, "No, I don't read it, it's trash." Now, this is the wife of the guy who's the chairman of the Mirror Group newspapers. They then said, "Have you ever read it?" She said, "No, I've never read my husband's newspaper." Well, there you are. Oh, and then to change the subject, on page 3 here, this here is a lovely lady in the winter clothing, yeah? But it's not. It's one of those body paintings. They're fantastic, aren't they, those body paintings? And Kim, you didn't know this, but on Thursday, we're going to get you to have a body painting done. And I actually can't tell you what we're going to get you to have painted on you, but it's very interesting. Is that all right with you?
It's fine.
Okay, have we got time for today's question of the day? Okay, today's question of the day is, what's the most idiotic mistake you've ever made?
Okay, well, you are asking me to read the facts, aren't you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, and Andy Cyprian from Runcorn, he says, "I made a huge mistake on Valentine's Day last year by sending my 2 girlfriends the wrong cards."
Oh, no!
And Ross Walker from Derby said, "The most idiotic thing I've done is give my baby daughter a kiss after she had just eaten up her mashed up peas and it was all stuck in her mouth. It was disgusting."
Anyway, more of those, please. Yes, on our phone number 081 985 1111 or faxes 081 985 2222. But now it's time to play our game once again. It's at their peak. Spot a mystery celebrity and win a skiing holiday. That's right, Kim, you've got to win a skiing holiday. And all you have to do is spot the celebrity. We say that the mind boggles as we ask, who is behind the goggles? Hot, 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 hot. Okay, and we'll give you a bit of a clue now, because you can either give us a real name, that lady, or the character that she plays in the well-known sitcom. She had her hat on, though. She's got to take the hat off for the next one. That was too difficult. It's 9 minutes past 8, and time to shout out for the second time today. Where are you, Keith?
Keith, have a nice cup of tea. Anyway, last week in the New York Times, there was a bloody murder, and an extraordinary sleuth was called in to solve it. And he's here now, the world Cluedo champion. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct.
Good. And so tell me, what makes you the world Cluedo champion? What are your best skills?
Well, it's a case of deduction. You have to work out what's in the murder mystery card envelope. No ideas what they are. And, of course, you have to usually powers of deduction to work out what everybody else has to eliminate the other cards.
I see. So what's your name?
Me? Well, some people call me Joseph Collar, but I'm really Colonel Mustard.
You're really Colonel Mustard?
Oh, but changed it by deed poll.
So why on earth did you change it to by deed poll?
Well, if you're going to do the part, do it right. After all, I had to prove a connection to one of the characters on the Cluedo board, so Colonel Mustard married Mrs. White's daughter, formed Mustard White as a surname, and Mustard White over the years became the surname, which is, on my mother's side, a genuine relationship.
So, I take it from that Colonel Mustard is your favourite character?
Certainly not.
No.
Miss Scarlet is, but I'd look a bit daft in a red dress, wouldn't I?
I don't know. I think you could look quite fetching in a red dress.
Oh, well.
But you look great anyway, like that.
Fine.
So, what did you have to do to win the World Cluedo Championships?
Played 2 games of Cluedo. I also had to solve a murder mystery.
And what did you win?
And, $10,000 prize, which is trip to Hollywood, limousine transportation, walk-on partner movie.
Oh, really? Walk-on partner movie?
Oh, yeah.
What movie?
Oh, that's to be decided.
Oh, really? Isn't that great? And you won this as well?
Oh, yes, and the Tiffany prize as well, which is sterling silver, as you can see.
Cool. So, do you think you could do a little bit of your act? Because you have to sort of play in your costume, don't you? So
Yeah, that's right.
Can you do a bit of your Colonel? Is it Mustard?
It's Colonel Mustard, yes. I'll show you how we play the game.
Playing.
Right, yes, we shake the dice.
Yes.
2, well, that'll do. I'll go into there. I'll look at my cards. You've got your cards there. In case
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's all right. I suspect it might have been Miss Scarlet in the library with a spanner. Do you have any of those cards?
I don't think I do.
Ah, well, in that case, I think I know it. I accuse Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the lead pipe. Let's have a quick look. Look at that, I've won.
Oh, cool. So, listen, I won't pretend I haven't really understood that, but tell me, what do you do for a living?
I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant? So what do all your mates think of that?
Oh, that's all right. They thought I was a prat before. Now they know I am.
Oh, no, that's not true at all. Oh, well, anyway, it's been really lovely talking to you, and congratulations for being such a champ.
Thank you very much.
But now, what does Michael do for a living? But remember, don't phone in, it's just for fun!
Oh my God, I can't go to the rainbow room with my hair like this.
Ask for Kenneth. He does Ivana.
Thank you.
Why, you can't feel like a pro.
How'd you know?
I'm the concierge. I know everything.
Hello.
And the question about the clip was, what does Michael do for a living? And he's a concierge. And the concierge is on general release next week.
That's right, Michael J. Fox's brand new film. Look, welcome back on the day that a very special thing's happening, because we can reveal that kissing is very good for your teeth, Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a coincidence, or have you just had your lipstick done for a special reason? Because you've just had a lipstick done, I've just realised this now. Because you see, Kim, it says here that you put the lipstick on, not me.
It's just a routine makeup check, Chris.
Okay, that glistening, I can't look at that. Close up on 12, John. Look at that. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, a study by the American Academy of General Dentistry says kissing helps prevent teeth from rotting.
No.
Because extra saliva produces calcium.
No.
That builds up enamel, which puts a stop to tooth decay.
Fabulous.
Right. It's 8:19 and time for the news and weather. Whew, with Peter. Today's question of the day. Your mum's over there as well. Is what's the most idiotic mistake you've ever made? Well, ours is that one. Now yours. Sarah Bernard from Kensington. The most idiotic thing I've ever done is put my head out of the car window while it was still wound up. Bit stupid, big bump on the head.
And Martin Dobbin from Nottingham says, the most idiotic thing I've ever done, I lit an oil lamp while a petrol tanker was unloading at a garage.
Stupid
Done.
boy. Give us more calls, please. What's the most idiotic thing you've ever done? Or you can phone and ask how much I enjoyed that. 08198511111. Or fax us 08198522222. And the answer is volumes. Now, it's your chance to take a second glance because the star you seek will be at their peak. As once again, we're trying to give away a holiday to St. Anton in Austria. As we ask,
The mind boggles who's behind the goggles.
How long did she want that girl?
089133311. Of course, your cost more than 25p.
If you think you know who that was, a very, very famous celebrity, you can either give us a real name or the name of the character that she plays in the well-known sitcom. Yes? Hello. Now, look, I've got here the Sun newspaper's weekly TV guide, and this is published last Saturday. And, of course, there are the whole days, you know, the whole 7 days. But on it, Channel 4 programmes look amazingly similar to those on BBC Two. John, could you get in close and show that? There's BBC Two and Channel 4 together, and they are, in fact, la même. They are the same. They are one. So, according to The Sun, you Channel 4 viewers now should be seeing something called Cameron Country. Now, we didn't want you to miss out, so let's go over to BBC Two now and see what Cameron Country's like.
Oh, I'm the Clevish McDowell. Oh,
Hey, Cameron!
So, I know
Here,
the colour
look at
to
the state of that castle.
Oh, the castle, it's a castle, all right. It's
It
definitely
doesn't
a
look in
castle.
good condition at all.
Oh,
It's
men
good
condition, look at the bag in the house, they do not back.
I tell you, when I get a bit scaffolding that there,
Oh,
first
I
boys
knew
do
the
to the
name
crew.
of the man Nick Nick to Amish McDoo.
There's a clean the crew.
All right, well, oh dear, I think we've just lost 1 million viewers to BBC Two. It's 8:23 now and time to shout out for the last time today. Where are you, Keith?
Thanks, Keith. And still to come, Richard Bryars on the bed with Paula. Now I'm here with Joe. The fastest talking dad of this week's Family of the Week. And you're going to talk about your livelihood, aren't you?
Yes.
So, Joe, what do you do for a living?
I'm a street trader.
A street trader. A street trader. And what sort of...
It slipped out of my hand!
What sort... Behave.
Pardon?
Joe, what sort of goods do you sell?
We sell clothes and underwear and things like that, jogging bottoms and stuff like that.
So stuff like this?
Stuff like this, just like...
Okay,
Just
and how long have you been a street trader for, Joe?
Oh, about 8 or 9 years now.
Yeah, and do you always work the same spot?
We do, yeah.
Okay, so with all those years of experience, you must have some hot tips to pass on to two budding street traders, such as my Zig.
It's slipping! It's slipping on the
Zig
it's slipping.
doing her very utmost best, and you're spoiling the whole
Yeah,
thing.
you're just like that John downstairs. You're
Yeah.
being very naughty.
Yeah.
No, listen. You're going to give the guys a few tips
Yes,
on
I'm going to give them a couple of tips.
street
Yeah,
trading.
Joe, I'd like to know, how do you get all the attention? How do you get people to kind of come round to your stall and stuff?
Right, well, what you must do is first of all, you must try and get people's attention.
Yeah.
And then you must build a sale.
Right.
Okay? And the
Build
third
a
thing you must do is go for the kill. The fourth thing
Oh,
you
you
must
kill
remember...
them then.
Oh, no. So, unless they're like these, they're already dead. The fourth thing you must remember
Yeah.
is the price. And you start high and bring it down low.
Down low.
So that's all you got to
I
remember.
remember that.
Will you?
Yeah.
So, Joe,
Pardon?
Yes, Sag.
Joe,
Yes.
tell me this. I suppose you always tell people the price right away.
No.
Right away.
No,
Keep
no.
them interested.
No, you mustn't do that.
Zig.
You mustn't do that. Behave yourself, will you? Calm down.
Ow! Get on! Somebody hit me!
No.
Oh! Pardon? Well, someone's throwing food at me and it's not
Zig,
fair
you're
because I'm only
spoiling the
ghetto!
whole thrust of this interview.
Yes.
Pardon?
Sorry about this,
I
Kim.
know.
I really
I'm talking to the
apologise
good-looking
for
one
my
of the
brother.
family here.
Okay,
Just a minute.
pardon.
So, Joe, just wondering, do you tell them the price straight away?
No, you mustn't do that.
No, why
Keep
not?
it till the end.
Well, like,
Keep people excited and get them ready for the big sale.
really?
For the kill.
What's the hardest thing you've ever tried to sell?
Well, there's been loads of things, but recently we just...
Zig!
Show us how to do it. Well, the last thing we sold was sparklers, but what we're going to do today is let me show you quickly, okay? What we've got here is one of the finest bargains this side of Christmas. Now, this is what all the best men and women are selling.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Now, let me show you this, okay? There they are. The finest undergarments you're going to get this side of Christmas.
Disgusting!
Now then, listen.
Disgusting!
Just feel the quality of that. Are your hands being cleaned?
Yeah.
So, get off. Right.
Zig, buy them!
Now we're going to start with £10. £10.
£10.
£5.
No.
4, 3,
20.
3, £2.
£20.
So,
30.
No, that's how it's done.
£30.
Joe!
Yeah.
Joe, thank you.
40.
Zig!
Good. Thanks for your hot tips. They were very
Zig, we
interesting.
did
A little
lost
bit
40
confusing.
Yes, wasn't it?
But now it's time for At Their Peak, and the mind boggles who's behind those goggles.
Zig, you ruined that whole...
It's really ironic. 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 He believes in the British Empire, you know. We all do in my family. That's why I volunteered, to help keep the empire together.
Yeah? Well, I volunteered because there's a depression back home and I got a wife and kid.
Good morning, it's Tuesday the 9th, and the question about the clip was who was having a shave, and it was Brian Brown, who also co-starred with Tom Cruise in Cocktail. And he's in Breaker Morant, which continues BBC One's season of movie classics tonight at 11:20 p.m.
She knows everything, Kim Wilde, doesn't she? She's amazing. And I tell you what, she's had a couple of hits in the bargain. Yeah. It's true. Pop star, presenter, the whole deal. Still to come on the show, Plant Doctor meets Paula in day 2 of solving things as far as the soil beds are concerned. And on the beds with mattresses, popping onto that will be Richard Bryars talking about Felicity Kendall's bottom. But now at 8:40.
It's time to go over to Peter Smith with the Big Breakfast News.
It is. Peter, what's the biggest and most idiotic mistake you've ever made?
I once asked a painter who his self-portrait was of.
Oh, good lad, Pete. Admitted to his mistakes, as always. Nice and Mr. 9. And the question of the day is, in fact, what's the most idiotic mistake you've ever made?
And Ian Morton from the Wirral says the most idiotic thing I've ever done is I sat on my TV dinner.
There you are. Maxine Merrill from Llandudno says here, the most idiotic thing I've ever done is I went to dog training classes, but guess what?
Forgot the dog!
She forgot the dog! She did! She forgot. Isn't that funny? It's funny, isn't it? Oh, you're mad, TVs. You kill us, don't they? Oh, you make us laugh in the morning. But it's supposed to be the other way round, isn't it? Anyway. 08195 111 or fax 08195 2222. More of those.
More of those.
Now, I don't know what's going on next. Do you?
No, I don't.
Do you think
actually.
Paula Yates is doing something?
Yeah, she definitely is, yeah.
Can we find out what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, here's Paula. If only this was our kitchen.
Yeah.
In our house.
Yeah.
And you wore that lipstick forever. Anyway, the question about the clip is right now.
Which Mancunian TV presenter is being impersonated?
But remember, don't phone. It's just for fun. Now, this is our kitchen. Can you leave, please?
But I think having a strong Mancunian accent, it helps people remember it, but it can hinder you, getting over the first hurdle, because sometimes people just listen to the first few words you say, and then they just cut off, they just think, oh, he's thick.
Hey, thanks a lot, Teddy. Welcome back to Big Breakfast.
And the question about the clip was, which Mancunian TV presenter was being impersonated? And the answer is Teddy Christian.
Kim, there's another
that was from the talking show featuring experts of elocution. It starts tonight on Channel 4 at 8 p.m. Sorry about that, Chris.
Oh, I can see that even in the dark in here. Now look, as you can see, I'm inside this home-use flotation tank, costing just £5,000. It's easy to install. It produces an instant feeling of relaxation. The saline solution in here simulates the weightlessness of the womb. And you can get stereos and funky lighting in here. And hey, Kim, you can also fit 2 people. In fact, it's so relaxing in here. You really do come out feeling a different person. So, what do you think, guys? It was a big joke. And it took us ages to set up, and thanks to Vicky Michelle for being part of it. Here's Paula now, outside in the frost with the Plant Doctor. Pete, we got a little bit left still, haven't we?
A tiny bit.
We've got 2 more phone calls and factories to read out. Today's question of the day, the most idiotic thing you've ever done. Thanks, Ted. Nicholas Smith from Stonebream in Derbyshire. The most idiotic thing I ever did was go up to a bald man and, without looking, asked him could I borrow a comb.
And Jill Smith from Harwich says the most idiotic thing I've done at my first driving lesson. At my first driving lesson, I threw my keys out the window and I tried to put a cigarette in the ignition.
Yes, put it all down to nerves. That's the end of today's question of the day, and there'll be another one tomorrow. Thanks to all our inventors today on Invention Corner, to Mr. What's his name? Colonel what?
Mustard.
Colonel Mustard there. And Paula, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going to be doing hanging baskets together, aren't we,
right.
as you just said. And I've got a special mystery, exciting guest.
Okay.
And we're going to find out how to turn a dead person into a mummy.
That's all tomorrow. Don't miss Wednesday's Big Breakfast. Bye-bye.
Bye.